Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell has said absolutely no way are they backing down from their monetary tightening.
My colleagues and I are strongly committed to bringing inflation back down to our 2% goal.
Well, what do you know? After all they've done to help make this inflation mess, now they're hell-bent on fixing it. But how are they going to do that? And what does that mean for you as a Dallas buyer? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dig into today. Hello. This is Wendy Pennell. And after 18 months of cheap money and an inflation explosion, the Fed has said enough's enough. Time to start tightening their belts. They began raising rates in March, and since then, the Fed has hiked rates 5 times in 2022 and indicated more increases are to come. And we're not talking modest rate increases either, okay? We are talking who's your daddy increases. And unfortunately, the Dallas housing market has responded in a massive way. Okay, so buyers, what can you expect to see in Dallas? Well, you're gonna find homes with longer days on the market, motivated sellers, and massive price reductions. Okay, there's plenty of supply and plenty of homes to choose from, but you won't be able to afford as much as you could in January. You may have to explore areas farther from work, like a longer commute, in order to stay in your budget. You may have been thinking, North Dallas all the way, and now you'll find that like East and South Dallas are a better fit because they're more affordable. But how long is the market going to go on this way, right? And it's everybody's question. Well, if we listen to Jerome Powell, there's no end in sight, okay? In September, he said the FOMC is strongly resolved to bring inflation down to 2%, and we will keep at it until the job is done. Well, I think we all braced ourselves in September, picturing, 18% interest rates and an end to life as we know it. Okay, maybe that's a touch dramatic. But speaking of dramatic, it really does make my day when you hit that subscribe button. Thank you for doing that. Next thing you know, San Francisco's Federal Reserve President Mary Daly chimed in, giving us all a little reason to be excited. She said the Federal Reserve needs to start talking about slowing down their rapid pace of recent increases in their benchmark interest rate. Well, glory hallelujah. Let's all go dance in the streets. She went on to say, I think the time is now to start talking about stepping down. Well, I think we've all been concerned that with such a rapid fire approach to rate increases, the Fed would really cripple the market. I mean, let's think this through, right? They create the mess in the first place by lowering interest rates to artificial levels and overstimulating the market. Then they decide to slam on the brakes, expecting instantaneous results, okay? I think they're kind of acknowledging at this point that they need to balance their approach. Daly went on to say the slower pace is important because the Fed doesn't want to over-tighten, just as it doesn't want to not raise rates enough to slow inflation. Well, guys, the Texas market needs a chance to catch its breath. Krishna Guha, head of global policy at Evercore, said the talk of stepping down is a sign the Fed wants to move to a slow and stretch strategy. Okay, and this is really what the Texas housing market needs, okay? Texas needs a chance to catch its breath, okay? A chance to adjust to all these rapid changes. There are a ton of reasons the Dallas housing market should be fine right now, okay? We've got 300 people a day moving into Dallas. We've got new companies relocating to Dallas and a super strong job market, okay? Dallas has all the reasons in the world to support the housing market, but that is not what we're seeing at all, okay? Home values have dropped 9% since their peak value in May. The Dallas market needs a hot minute here to adjust to these constant rate changes. Well, if Mary Daly speaks for the Fed as a whole, we may finally be getting that little break, okay? At least in terms of the incessant rate hikes. Now, keep in mind, it didn't apply that rates would go back down. They're simply saying, hey, we'll stop raising them. Now, if you're looking to buy a home in Dallas, by the way, my goal is always going to be to give you an accurate, real-time view of the Dallas market, okay? So no matter what kind of wild ride the market takes us on, you can always trust that you can come here and know you're going to get the most updated information. Speaking of updated and real-time information, one thing we didn't talk about in this video is what Dallas home values are continuing to do right now. Okay, so you're definitely going to want to check out my latest video on the 30% plunge in Dallas home values. In the meantime, though, thank you so much for watching and for joining me today. And listen, have a great day.